Hey you guys, I hope you're having a really great day so far. I am here to talk to you today about how to get out of a rut. I mean, we get in them all the time. I get in them. I'm sure you get in them. I've been reading the comments inside of our She Takes Action Facebook group, and I've heard you guys say that, it was Easter weekend, I overdid it on the food, I maybe had a couple too many drinks, there's this Easter chocolate lingering around all the time, and I totally get it. And I'm going to share my strategy for helping get out of a rut. And I mean, ruts can be anything from, a weekend that just felt really off. It can be an entire week. Maybe you've been in a rut for a couple months. The biggest thing that I want to say to you is it is so important to just take one step at a time with this. Change one small thing at a time. And I'm going to tell you 4 things that I change to help me get out of a rut. But the most important thing I can, give to you is the opportunity to generate momentum. Because nothing keeps inspiration and motivation going like momentum, like that forward movement, like knowing that you're doing things that are good for you and for your body. So I'm going to share this with you. If we haven't met yet, hi, my name is Tessa Shears. I'm a weight loss coach for women. My job is to help you guys on your journey to get fit and to your healthiest you that you can possibly be. So let's jump in. Number 1 thing that I like to do when I find myself in a rut is sweat. And, this doesn't have to be a crazy workout, but get sweating again. And oftentimes, the reason we get into these ruts is because we stop taking care of our physical body, our nutrition, our sleep, our movement. And part of that, generating motivation is physical momentum, getting your body moving again. So I find, every 6 months or so, I get into a workout rut. Have you been there too? Type yes in the comments below if you've been in a workout rut before. Because it kind of looks like this. You've been going along and then you skip a workout and then maybe you skip 2 workouts the next week and you're bored and you're checked out at the gym and you're not focused on what you're doing and you're not excited when you wake up to do your workout. That means you're in a workout rut and it is time to change it up. Now, some people don't get in them for a year. Some people take 6 months. Some people take a couple weeks. So it is up to us to become familiar with what a rut looks like to us and being able to see it as we're going into it before it's too late. So last summer, I actually got into a workout rut, and here's how I got out of it. I looked at my activity and said, what am I doing? And at the time, I was doing 5 strength training days per week, and I love strength training, but 5 days per week just wasn't lighting up my inspiration, my motivation anymore. So what did I do? Last summer, I started swimming and running. And now we're about 6 months from summer right now. So guess what happened? We got in another rut. So you know what I did this time? I went online and I signed up for 3 months of a program called Beachbody On Demand. I heard of it through a girl on YouTube and I was like, hey, I don't mind making 2 of my workouts per week from home and something entirely different. And you know what the crazy thing is? When you do something different, it's exciting. Like, you don't think I've been so excited to wake up all week and go try something new? It's been a great, great week so far. And I mean, I was shocked at how cheap it is. Do you know that Beachbody On Demand, if you don't know what it is, it's like, there's like 600 workouts that you can stream from this app. And I was shocked to find out it was like $39 for 3 months. I was like, whoa, signing up. So I've been doing that just to reinfuse. I still have my 2 strength training workouts, my cardio, and those 2 workouts now, but it has completely reinvigorated me. So tip number 1 when you get in a rut, sweat. Sweat, sweat. Find something you love and get you moving, because by moving your body, we know that when we exercise more often, we are way more likely to eat healthier. When we eat healthier and take care of our body with exercise, we're way more likely to pay attention to our sleep, cut back on drinking, be more positive, put out good energy, have a good mindset. You know what I'm talking about. So take a couple minutes today. If you find you're in a workout rut, just sit down. What am I bored of? What would I like to do that would make me excited? Or what's something new that I haven't tried yet? Just because you try something doesn't mean you can't change your mind later. So that's number 1. Number 2 thing I do, and I do all 4 of these. I don't just pick one, but you can definitely just pick one. So number 2 strategy I do is I fill up my joy tank. So I found last Saturday I was feeling run down, really tired, and I felt like I hadn't been paying attention to the joy in life. So I wrote down a really quick list of things that genuinely make me feel so happy. And you know what the top of that list is? And I'm a total nerd for this, but going and browsing Chapters. So if you're not from Canada, Chapters Indigo is a massive bookstore chain here in Canada. And it's not just a bookstore. It's got pens, it's got notepads, it's got journals and paper and candles and pillows and decorations. And it's one of those stores, oh, and soft scarves and pink purses. It's one of those stores that you just want to like touch everything and look. And I'm a notebook person, and if you are a pen and paper person too, you will know how joyous it is going in stores like this. So I went in and I spent some time there, and I bought myself a beautiful new notebook to write some goals in. Then I went over to another store and bought some new pajamas. Oh gosh, that really felt good. I got new jammies. I went to Sephora and got myself some, skin lotion for nighttime, so taking care of my skin. And it was a day of just leisurely movement. I went to the library afterwards and I picked up a book. And you guys have seen this. I posted this earlier in the week. It's Kate Hudson's book, Pretty Happy. And it's just about doing things that fill your joy up. Things that you can do alone with somebody else. Things that make you feel like you're taking care of that spiritual part of you that needs attention every once in a while. The thing that we usually forget the most. So like I said, number two things to do when you're in a rut. Number one, sweat it out. Number two, increase the joy. Are you ready for number three? Number three is what I just call getting intuitive again. Getting really in touch with what is going on in your body. So I find, in my experience and experience with clients, that when you are not comfortable in the physical body you are occupying, we tend to tune out of what is going on inside our mind and our body. Does that make sense? We tend not to really feel what's going on. Am I feeling larger amounts of stress than usual? Am I feeling large amounts of anxiety? Am I feeling overfull with food all the time? Am I feeling lethargic or tired all the time? So if you meditate, that's amazing. If you, do this through exercise, that's amazing. But I took 10 minutes on Saturday to just sit there and be like, hey, what's going on inside right now? And when I really tune back in and pay attention, what you'll notice is things like, I've had a stomach ache for a couple days. I wonder what's going on. And you learn to tune in and listen to what your body needs. And maybe your body's like, I need a little more water. Or maybe it's like, you haven't taken good care of your skin lately. We need to pay a little more attention to that. Floss your teeth, things like that. So that's the other thing I like to do is get intuitive, tune back in, really feel what's going on in my body. It's kind of more like that mindset self-care, and I love doing that. The last thing I'm going to recommend to you is what I call Nutrient Up. And by nutrients, I mean all of the good stuff, vitamins, minerals, nutrients that are found inside fruits and vegetables. So if you are anything like me, for some reason, these things come all together. We don't work out as much. Our vegetables, we don't take in as much vegetables. We stop with the self-care and we're stressed out or we're overwhelmed or we're tired. So I like to tune back into that stuff. And by what I mean by nutrient up is taking some time during that self-care day, or even if you only have 10 minutes, to do something that the inside of your body, that your stomach, your gut will thank you for. Fill yourself up with nutrients that feel good. So for me, I sometimes forget how much my body can crave a salad. Do you ever notice that after you have one of those weeks where maybe you overdo it on the Easter chocolate or you had too much food, but it wasn't very nutrient dense. It didn't have a lot of vitamins or minerals, and it was maybe a lot of just starchy carbs and protein. Perhaps your body needs a salad or some fruit salad or some vegetables. And sometimes I find that my body really craves that stuff. And so by paying attention to giving my body, all the vitamins and minerals it needs, I find it's kind of like a reboot. And when you get that feeling of looking forward to fruits and vegetables and salad again, that's a really good feeling. So we're going to go over the 4 tips, the 4 steps that I like to go through when we get in a rut. And I'm, of course, talking about, those ruts that come and they go. But if you are in a rut and you really can't seem to get out, it's been a couple months, I would highly encourage you to get help with it. See your doctor or a professional or someone who is able to guide you down the path if you're not able to pull yourself out. I think that therapy is always an option if you find that you're stuck. We've all been down in the dumps before, but if you find that it's something that you just can't pull yourself out of, it's a gift to yourself to be able to take that step. So I'm going to go over the 4 things we need to do. Number 1, sweat. Mix it up. Get it exciting. Number 2, bring the joy. Find something that lights your heart up. Something that you can do even as small as 5 minutes, as long as an hour. Something that is complete indulgence in happiness. Number 3, get intuitive. Tune back into what your body needs, what your body's feeling. Are you happy? What's going on with your mood? And how could you make it better? And the last one, add some vitamins back in. Get some greens. Get some colored vegetables. This will help motivate you. So don't forget, motivation just doesn't show up to your door and say, hey, I'm here, let's get motivated. You have to generate it. And you do that by taking one tiny step. Then you take another one. And as this momentum builds, motivation is going to show up on your door because you're taking action towards it. I really hope this has helped you guys. I want you to leave me a comment below and tell me, what do you do when you get in a rut, and what is the best thing that could help you get out of it? I mean, your answer that you share in the comments here could help someone else in this group get out of a rut. I'd love to have you share it here, you guys. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.